Welcome back, everybody. I have to check it. Yes, it's Aries. Everybody is agreement that this is Aries. I know nobody's in here. That's okay. Don't you give me a hard time tonight. Burn, you know you want to. There we go, baby bird. Beautiful. They say a little smudge is a good sign. This one's going to be a little one. It's not going to want to completely burn. Come on. No, Aries. Yeah, it was a mistake. Thank you very much. You guys look now. It should say Aries. Please tell me it says Aries. Okay. Boy, that centers me. I got to tell you, it centers me. Beautiful. This is for Aries, Mid June 2019. Where are you, Lilith? There you are. I got to smudge her too. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, let's get right into your shuffle. What's up for Aries for the last couple of weeks of June, please? Bring forth messages, advice, and guidance. Oh, that's right, too. I can't share from here. All right. There it is. Okay. What's going on for Aries? What's going on for their overall energy? What's going on in their wealth and finances? Their family, their hearth, their home, their relationships? What challenges might they face? And what is going to be the message from Spirit? You want to know what's up with the message from Spirit. Okay, I'm going to make this the last run through. And then I'm going to cut the deck. Aries. Lilith. As this deck stands at the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this general free public reading for the sign of Aries for mid-June 2019. She didn't even hesitate. Normally she drags at first. She didn't even hesitate. Thank you very much, Lilith. One more to go, doll, and we're done. Okay, so where's my selenite? There we go. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera down. Your very first card, your overall energy, Aries. Oh, okay. We're looking at the 3 of Cups. Reunion. Second card. Come on now. Second card, wealth and finances. Very nice. 3 of Pentacles, recognition. Third card, your hearth, your home, family, relationships. The 7 of Pentacles and potential. Your fourth card we're looking at is your challenges, should there be any. Not really. Knight of Wands and activity. Your next card we're looking at, and your last card is your message from Spirit. This is very nice. The 7 of Cups and potential. Wonderful. 2 3s and 2 7s. You numerologists have fun with that. That's very unusual. Look, I got soot on my, probably get it on my face. I don't think I have. I hope not. In my hair. Can you imagine? That's awful. It's the only thing with smudging. It can be messy. It's under my nails and everything. That's horrible. Okay. So we've got the Three of Cups here. And it's all about coming together. It's a gathering. It's your typical reunion. I always throw this in here because I hear it. It says, don't forget about funerals. Funerals are like a family reunion. I'm saying that in a humorous way, not so much a predicting way, but in a humorous way. That sometimes the only people that we see, as far as relatives, distant relatives, close relatives, is at funerals and weddings. It's a big reunion for most people. And I'm not predicting any. I'm not seeing death in this reading at all. Don't worry about it. I was just making a comparison. But there is a reunion going on here. This is where somebody that works really, really hard, they don't take time off, and this time they're saying, no, I want to spend some time and hang out and chill with my family, my relatives. I don't want to worry about anything. I need to just kick back and hang out with the people that I love and I know that love me, and they don't judge me. These are my favorite people in the world, kind of a thing. This is also a 3, and 3s in tarot usually indicate a lot of high activity with reunions. A lot of people, a lot of talking and drinking and socializing and dancing and celebrating. High energy. It is also the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, for some of you that go that way. Your keywords for this card right off the top are celebration. Yay! I like that. Friendship, healing, family. Somebody could indulge in some flirtation at this gathering. Make sure you're not getting yourself into trouble or anything like that, but you're indulging in it. There's some harmless flirting going on, some teasing, everybody's laughing. This is a really feel-good atmosphere, whoever this is meant for. It's really, really nice. Really nice. No one's at a loss for words. There's no awkward moments. It's just a night you won't forget. This will be a time that you will not forget. It'll stay with you for a long time. And when you think back on it, you'll smile inside, if nowhere else. Creativity is very high. And when I say it with this card, like I do with some others with creativity, this to the point, it's like bringing in pops of color in your life. Has your life been gray lately? Has it been ho-hum? Has it been just going through the motions, doing what you're expected to do? This card's going to bring you higher energy, a big pop, colors everywhere. Everything looks brighter and sharper, clearer, more exciting. It just gives you this overall good feeling. You know you're going to be enjoying this. It could be lasting. I'm feeling for some a whole weekend long. Family reunions even going on. Of course, we're into that time of the year too. The summer and all that good stuff. The advice of the card for you, Aries, is to be carefree while you can, so you can thoroughly enjoy it. This is just beautiful all the way around. Everybody from immediate family to extended family, and what I mean by that are friends that your friends that you treat as your family. They will be there as well. This 3 always predicts weddings and parties, reunions. Priceless time, precious, precious time spent with those that you love and those that love you. If you have any creative pursuits going on right now, or this card is on creativity, any projects you have going on that are coming from you, your own hands, your own head, kind of thing. It's all yours. It's your baby. Those things are going to go quite well for you. You're going to finish on time and complete it, if not before time. You're going to stand back and be extremely satisfied to whatever it is that you have created, whatever it is you've got going on now. This is just a beautiful thing. So anybody that has anything like that going on, my cards are dying on me. Get in the zone. Get yourself, any artistic people out there, you know what I mean when I say that. What a special magical place that is. It's a world within a world when you get into the zone, when you're creating stuff. I've done my share over the years, and I love being in that space of creativity. Nothing else exists. You're bringing a world to life. Your second card in your wealth and in your finances. We are looking here at this rate. You got 2 3s, like I told you, and these two are back to back. That's beautiful. 3 of Pentacles. Recognition. For some, a job well done, right? For some, others acknowledging you for something specific. I just heard somebody saying to somebody out there, I never knew you had it in you to do that. Kudos to you. Somebody kind of begrudgingly, kind of sarcastically, ignore those people. They're not really happy about it. I don't know what that's all about. I really don't. But for them to not say anything, because this person's very vocal. Do you know anybody like that? They're usually negative. They can find something wrong in everything and anything. And they figure to themselves, well, if I don't say something, everybody's going to say, you're awful quiet. Why aren't you saying anything? You jealous? So it's better if I say something, even if it's not really sincere. Ignore those people. Ignore that person. Oh, my God. Why do people have to be like that is beyond me. If you don't like something, if you don't have anything good to say, remove yourself quietly. What purpose does it serve? We should always ask ourselves before we do anything, what purpose is this serving? What does the bigger picture behind this look like? That's very important. I try to remember that a lot, especially if I'm not happy-go-lucky in the moment. Is this worth it, Natalie? Probably not. Come on, Natalie. Haul your ass out of that situation. Never mind that person. But then I've got my limit. Just the way I grew up, we just don't put up with bull crap. We just don't. If somebody comes at me and they're rude or aggressive, they're gonna get back whatever they put out. And once they become offended, then I say, well, you started this. Why did you walk into this and drag me into this? Why? Did you think because I've got nice stamped on my head, or stupid, either one, right? And you thought, here's an easy take right there. I don't put up with bullying. I don't put up with manipulation. Oh my God, my fuses for that kind of thing are so short these days. Part of me feels, and I'm sure a lot of you are the same way, for a 60, there's like 3 of us all in this room that I know of, unless I missed, because I'm back in my own screen now. I'm not seeing your comments. But we've made it to 60. And most of those years, I was married to my husband for going on 15, 16 years. But before that, and since he's passed, I was always basically on my own. I have 3 sons. Their father and I separated. We broke up, whatever went on with our lives. And for 13 years, I raised my boys all by myself. I wouldn't let anybody come near them. And, and since my husband's died, I've been all on my own. So most of those years are all on my own. I've survived. I've gotten this far. I know. I live in an old rambled, fallen down cottage that I'm in love with. I love where I live. I'm still alive, knock on wood. And I can knock anywhere in this cottage because it's all real wood. There's no paneling, that kind of thing. I'm still alive, and I'm supposed to stand here and take bullshit off of you? Oh, just thinking about it, I can feel myself turning colors. No, it's not going to happen. No, I didn't get this far in life and survive for this long. And I still got all my limbs about me. You know what I mean? To stand here, and I know you women all feel the same way I do. I think I'm speaking for us all. I ain't about to take your half-ass shit. Get the hell out of my face before I have to teach you a lesson. Let me tell you, you won't leave here the same way you walked in here. Okay? I got 0 tolerance. I won't waste my time. I don't have much time left. None of us women turning 60 in July have that much time left. Every moment is precious. I don't like wasting time. I've developed some pet peeves, and I'm sure you guys have as well. We're not going to tolerate it. We're just not going to stand for it. There's a song there. Somebody come out with it that has those lines in it. We're not going to take it. Hell, we're not going to take it. Yeah, that's it. We're not going to take it anymore. This is a positive card, though. This is a nice card falling into your wealth sector. And I'm smiling for you guys because this is really nice. This is nice. Something that you do, somebody that's doing some kind of a job, some kind of a work is being recognized by somebody else. And it's all positive feedback all the way around for what you're giving out to others, what you're putting out to the world. Your success, for some of you, may not be kept all that private. Your success, for some of you, could be made public. Company newspaper, maybe, newsletter, there's your mug right on the front page. For something that you accomplished, something that you did, something you surpassed, something you delivered, whatever it is, it's plus, plus, plus all the way around. And some of you may make it into your big boy newspaper of your town, city, or village, receiving accolades for it. Wow. Just wow. This is beautiful. There's a big reward coming here. You're just rewarded in the recognition. Some of you aren't comfortable with that, and it goes public before you can even think about, oh, I got to stop that. I don't want to be splashed all over newspapers and stuff. You might be not on the front cover of the paper. You might be in section D, maybe in the social scenes. Who knows? I don't know. But somebody's being recognized. You're being given the big handshake, the big clap on the back, and it's wonderful. And everybody knows. It's just that simple. Put your head down, remain humble, because that's how you're feeling, is humbled by it, and just accept it with all of the grace that you can muster and put up gratitude and thanks. It was very beautiful. Some of you be working on your homes, wanting to sell your home. The advice for you guys is to get cracking, get to her, give her, spiff the place up, spiff it up. You shut up. That's my tablet plugged in, recharging. I guess it's telling me it's done. Anyways, spiff your home up, clean your garden up, get the rake out, get away the loose, dead plants, leaves. Try to make it look as welcoming. First impressions are everything. It goes right across the board, no matter what it is, from your own personal physical looks or someone else's or your home. That's the first thing they notice. It says a lot about a person. And then they go inside. There's different little things you can do to really bring a prospective buyer in. Removing all your personal stuff. You got hobbies and collections, pack them away. Family photographs, take them down, off the mantle, off the walls, put them away. This family needs, or this person, whoever they are, these people need to imagine themselves living in this space. So minimalize everything. So use just your basic furniture. You could maybe put things out to make like a vase of flowers. The trick is to do some baking just before they arrive, so the smell of vanilla is through the air. It makes them hungry, makes them feel at home. And there's tricks that you can do, but you need to get your home cleaned up. Even if it is sterile clean on a normal basis, you have to remove the personal things that make that house yours. That helps. So there, I'm going to go on. I'm not here to sell real estate. I wouldn't want to. It'd be too hard. But take pride in all your work right across the board. Take pride in everything you do. Doesn't matter. I was told growing up, it doesn't matter if you're scrubbing toilets for your paycheck and for a living. You make them the best damn toilets. That cleanest, make them sparkle, make them germ free. Doesn't matter. So when you walk away, nobody could outdo that. Do the best to your abilities. You may surprise yourself as well. Whatever you put out there, people are watching you. They're going to notice. You're leaving a long-term effect on people is what you're doing. It's almost like you're imprinting on everybody kind of thing. It's kind of weird, but yeah, the people meet you, and Aries, they don't forget you. They never forget you. You stay in the back of their minds. If they run into you 10 years down the road, they'll remember you. You're that kind of a person. There's more success coming in the cards for you. This is a card all about success that didn't just fall into your lap. You've worked very, very hard for it. Keywords are stability and finances, protection, balance, order, and foundation. That's another word that I really like. Foundation usually indicates strength and stability, feeling safe. Your next card we're looking at is your hearth, your home, your relationships. Seven of Pentacles potential, with sevens in tarot are all about the possibilities, and that there are that's why it's shown up. It's telling you you have possibilities. If you don't, you're going to. It's right on top of you. Anything's possible. When you say that to yourself and you believe it, it'll blow your mind. Anything? Really? Anything? Yes, anything is really possible. But how big do you dream? I used an analogy earlier for people that may be dreaming and having visions. Well, imagination, not flash visions, but imagination. And the advice for them was to keep their dreams and their visions real and grounded. As I said, it could be somebody, don't be like this, somebody that's making minimum wage and they're dreaming of finding themselves in 6 months on their very own yacht out in the middle of the Pacific somewhere, traveling to tropical islands. The only way, let's face it, is that would ever come real. The odds are really stacked against a person. This is it, though. It's possible. It's possible. It's crazy and zany and far out there. Possibility is always there that that person working the minimum wage job ends up there in 6 months. It is possible. But what are the odds? You've got to remain realistic. You're still here on planet Earth, on terra firma, both feet planted firmly here. You need to remain in reality. If you don't want disappointment, don't go over your head with your wishes. Keep them realistic so they're more than possible, that they're likely. Let's change the word from possible to it's likely to happen. Okay? So just remain grounded. Don't get over yourself. But the Seven of Pentacles is here to tell you not only are things possible, but potential is great with this card for making your dreams, your wishes, your wants come true. There's much to be gained when this card shows up. It's all about gainage. You're receiving, and it's beautiful. Things coming easier to you than they have in a while. Aries, you don't have to work so flipping hard. You're going to have something come to you, and right out of left field, you're going to say, I didn't even break a flipping sweat. I can't believe this came this easily. Not all will, but there's going to be something coming to somebody, and it's going to come with ease. You barely had to break a sweat. You barely had to even make an effort, and there it was. When things like that happen, here's how they affect me. Like, what did I do to bring that so quickly? How did that come to me? What you do is you trust in the universe. You leave yourself open to possibilities and potential for possibilities. You don't question. There was another point I was going to make. It'll come to me in a moment here. But with this card, anything you've dedicated yourself to, like you've been really loyal to it and dedicated to it, that's a beautiful thing. You're going to be seeing the payoffs. And not that you did it for some of you for that reason, but there are payoffs, and you will be receiving those payoffs. It's beautiful. Rewards as well. Potential for success for you guys is there. And for some of you, you may start something and go, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. I knew it'd be hard, but I didn't know it was going to be this hard. Here's the thing, and this is facing reality, and I love people that do this. They go, you know what? That's meant to be for me. And I'm to the point right now, I don't care if I had to climb Mount Everest. I don't care about the hard work. I'm going to put in the hard work, because receiving the results of that hard work and having them in my hands, the results, whatever they are, whatever that means for you, will be well worth all that extra hard work. Well worth it. And it won't be all for nothing. You're going to bring to you and create what it is that you're trying to bring to you. You guys are having a really nice reading. Everything you do, you have a knowing within you that it's going to be worthwhile. It's a fantastic thing. Your advice for this card is for you to believe. Believe. Stay on your chosen path. If some of you are on a certain path right now, you're walking down a particular trail right now, you're to stay on that. You know what you're doing. You were pulled that way. You were led that way. It was not a mistake. You are on the right track of success. It may take a little longer than others, but it's coming. And especially if you're working for it, you're making it happen. Wash those doubts away. That's all you need to do, is wash those doubts away. Your keywords for this card are perseverance, so don't give up. Money, work, dedication, time, and success. Reaping the benefits of being patient. All that hard work and all the time it took to do it, and moments you thought, oh, is this ever going to come to be? But you have an inner knowing. Your intuition is telling you, yes, do not give up. Listen to that. Your next card we're looking at, where are we at for time? 27, not bad. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands in activity. Knights are like pages sometimes. Excuse me, I want to use my vape. Knights are like wands, like pages sometimes. They have a message. They have a purpose. They don't come all willy-nilly. Oh, I was just in the neighborhood, gonna stop by kind of thing. No, they made a direct beeline right to you because there's something to share with you. It's something that's going to benefit you, probably. Being given the red light, the green light, not the red light. Red light is stop. You're being given the green light. This person's coming to you and they're giving you information, and they're happy for and excited for you, because you've been waiting around and waiting around. This could be a job. It could be a relationship. It could be a trip. It could be a move. Any of these things. There's so many that watch a video. It could be different for everybody. But you're getting the green light. All of a sudden, you went from doing nothing, sitting and waiting, and suddenly you get this sudden energy boost comes into your life. Expect the opportunities to just come left, right, and center. You're feeling very wealthy in that way, that the opportunities are there and they're endless, really. It's all how you look at it, right? If you had your heart on one job, let's say, or one house that you wanted to move into, and you didn't get it, either one, and you say, well, I give up. You don't do that. Don't do that. Give up. You don't, you know, you don't give up on the dream. You find something that's just as good. Something, you know what? Usually when that happens, you end up with something even better, is what usually happens. Does it not? It does. Your lines of communication as well are going to get extremely busy. When I say activity, we're talking high end, high energy boost. A lot of people, a lot of interacting, a lot of changes. But your forms of communication through speech, meeting face to face, there's a lot of that going on. Text messages, emails, phone calls. Busy, busy, busy. But it's all for forward movement. All of it. No more stagnation. No more waiting around. No more frustration. No more, I feel like I've got no control. Why do I have to sit and wait like this? Why do I have to hold back on this? No more of that. It's all being lifted. You've been given the green light. Go ahead, kick those doors in and go right through them, and you go after what it is that you want and that you're looking for. Some of you, and I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but some of you are going to be moving on from a relationship. So there's kind of a separation or a breakup there. I'm not expecting. It's not what I want to say. I'm not feeling like somebody's devastated over this. I'm feeling whoever this is for, they're not happy about it. They're a little pissed off about it, but they're like, fine, whatever you want. We'll just do whatever you want. If you don't want to see me, you want to separate, you want to be trial, what are you going to do? What are you going to do next? Tell me we can be friends. I don't want to be friends, is the reaction of you. The hell with this friendship. I got more than enough friends already. Last thing I need is another one. We either are what we are or we're nothing at all. That's your reaction to it. There's that Aries fire. It's just on fire and it's burning, right? But this person that I see is a man. That's who I'm seeing. And you can see the annoyance on his face. He's not liking this. And he's like, I'm not going to drop to my knees and grab you by the ankles and climb my way up your body and on your clothes, begging you to not do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm annoyed, but I'm out of here. That's fine. I will get through this. I want to go somewhere and lick my wounds. And when I'm done, I'm done. And then I'm going to move on with my life. The worst thing any of us can ever do is to go after somebody that we think we just are going to die if we're not with them. And the person's been very straightforward and very blunt and said, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm not interested anymore. I don't get the warm, fuzzy feelings with you anymore. There's things about you, we're not compatible, whatever the reason. And then the other person that was doing that just can't take it, will beg that person, please don't leave me. Here's the kicker. This doesn't anger me, it irks me. Where's your pride? I'm sorry, but where's your pride? Okay? Your pride has to come into play here. Why in the hell on earth would you beg as somebody to be with you that doesn't want to be with you? How do you think that's going to play out? Say they caved and said, okay. So there you guys are driving along. You're at the drive-in or you're watching a movie at home. You know what happens to you? The whole time you read into every little move the other person makes. Because in the back of your mind, even though you won't acknowledge it, you do know they don't have any interest in sitting there with you, being with you, passing time with you, nor sleeping with you, or any of that. Then you get bitter and you get resentful and you get accusatory. They told you outright, you have no right, Aries. I don't know who this is meant for, but this is a message. You have no right to do that to someone else, let alone yourself. You keep your pride about you, take your broken heart, and carry it under your arm and walk away. I don't know who that's for, but that's a strong message for somebody. You needed to hear that. I'm sorry. The advice of this card is you have to ask yourself, which is going to benefit you more from your time and from your effort. Be very choosy of where you put your focus, your time, your energy. And the message is you go for the biggest thing that gives you the biggest result back first. And then you do the drill down after that and you take care of everything, but you take care of that big thing. That's going to give you the biggest payback as quickly as possible. So you do that. This card brings a sense of freedom, of movement, which is beautiful. I felt that from the start. It's just like everything's been opened up. There's all this air and all this commotion, but there's no shackles. There's nothing oppressing you. There's nothing holding you down. And it's a good thing. Some of you won't see that right off, but it's a good thing. Your keywords are energy and movement, passion, balance, communication, and relationships. A lot of passion there. Good or bad? I don't know. I'm sorry. I just delivered the message. I'm really sorry. I know what it feels like. to feel all those things. And a lot of us probably wouldn't admit it, but we do. We just want to chase after that person and say, God, don't do that. We all have moments where we forget our ego and our pride. We're ruled by our emotions. It shouldn't be the way, but it is the way. And later on, the reason it's so emphasized here is because down the road, you'll be humiliated and feel ashamed of your behavior. And I don't want anybody feeling like that. Aries, no. Here's the thing, because somebody's thinking right now, but how are they going to know how I feel about them if I don't do something? I've got to do something to try to save the relationship. It's meant to be. Give them some time. Give them some space. Let them do what they need to do and talk to the universe and say, if this is meant to be, please bring them back to me. And that's all you can do. In the meantime, you continue to live your life. That'll work in your favor. I don't know how I know that, but it will. So it is another, the 7 and possibilities. We already covered possibilities. I jumped the gun on that. I didn't even realize that. When I finish a reading, even if I'm halfway through it, I forget basically what I said the first part of it. When I shut down a reading, it's usually gone. So, but this card is about the possibilities. And I think we've covered, excuse me, oh, we've covered enough of it. It's a good thing I've only got one more reading to do. What time is it? 11:37. Yeah, it'd be 12:30 by the time I'm ready to go. And then I'm going to sit back and watch TV because I can. Normally when I do these readings, I can't watch TV. I can't really surf the internet. There's uploads going on. And it drives me, I don't know what to do. I usually grab a book and I go lay down and I check every half an hour to see how the upload's going. I'm going to watch TV for a bit tonight is what I'm going to do when I'm done. Then I'll go to bed. Then I'll read. And then I'll sleep. There's going to be a lot of possible things that are going to be left available to some of you. So says Tarot, careful when you make your choices. Oh, excuse me. With this card as well, you've got to make sure that what you're dealing with, the possibilities are actually real, not fantasy. That can be a problem. Some of you, yeah. The other thing, though, with this card is a little bit of a flag for you to listen up and pay attention to. That you are, at this time, for the last couple weeks of June anyway, you are to pay attention to any dreams that you have, night dreams, and real visions. Not daydream imagination, but real slashes. Real, I've had them. And you know what? They came true. I don't know what the number 3 has to do with mine, but it usually occurs about 3 months later. I did see the death of somebody that I absolutely loved and adored, and it destroyed me for about 2 years. I was just horribly broken. And I seen that person's death 3 months before it happened. I remember that morning waking up, and I woke up and my pillow was full of tears, and my heart felt so heavy, and I thought, oh, it's just a dream, Natalie. That was a prophetic dream. The second time, no, even there's been more in between, but the last time, it was my husband when he died. I even told him about it, and it happened 3 months later. And I told him I had a vision. He said, well, you have dreams and stuff. Everybody, no, dear. It wasn't a dream. I was sitting at this table. I was completely coherent and wide awake. And it was a flash, but yet it wasn't. It just seemed, I was sitting and watching myself, sitting in my armchair. And it was nighttime because there was blackness outside the windows, and I was sitting there alone. I was never alone at night. I knew right then. Never. And I knew. I had my head down and I'm fiddling with something. And in that split second, I knew he was gone and I was here alone. I knew it. And I told him that. Don't you tell me stuff like that. I don't want to hear that, he said. And I told a couple of friends about it. So there's witnesses. And when he died, it was boom, gone like that. And he was gone and it was over. And I was in shock. complete shock, truly in shock. So pay attention to those kind of visions. Hopefully yours will be beautiful. It'll be wonderful. It'll be great. And note your dreams, because what we don't expel out of the essence of who we are in the run of a day, you know, talk to somebody about your day, it's liable to return in your sleep, when you're sleeping, in the form of a dream. You wake up going, wow, why did I dream of that? It's just something that was laying around, residual, and the residual came out in the dream. Chances are you won't have it again. Even if it was a nightmare, you probably won't. We need to, especially if we're bothered by something and we haven't talked to anybody about it, it usually comes out one way or another. You see that the fear and all that, anger, things like that, these energies, everybody always talks about the good energies. What a beautiful energy. That's a great energy. This brings good energies. Here's the thing, and it's not for you to entertain it or to become obsessed by it, but they're things like fear and anger. They're energies as well. And guess what? Energy is a live thing, and it needs to move. It needs somewheres to move fluidly. It needs somewheres to go. There's a cause and an effect with it. It's the same with fear. And here we are going through fear, terrified and foreboding something terrible could happen. And rather than talk about it, because we might feel silly about it, we start doing this to the end. It's coming up, it's moving, and we do this. And we press it back down, and we shove it down hard. We don't want to think about that. We don't want to deal with that. But it's a very possible reality, right? Inside, we're frozen with fear, and we're afraid to talk about it because of how we sound or how we'll look or what people will think. You're keeping this fear to yourself, and it's got to find a way to move. It's got to find a way out. You keep doing this, next thing you know, you're having nightmares, waking up in a sweat at 3 a.m., throwing your legs over the side of the bed, and your elbows are on your knees, and you're like, oh my God, I've got to take care of this. I got to take care of this problem. I can't keep going on this way. So then more anxiety builds up. And all it is you're getting on top of something and gaining control. Yeah, that's all it is, and you can do this. If you can't do anything, you feel you can't, you need a sounding board. You need somebody to go to that isn't going to judge you or tell you what to do or even throw advice in your face. You need to hear yourself. You'll answer your own questions. I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to say thank you all for being here very, very much. That was your reading. And let me see. I hope it gave you direction and maybe brought you some answers or left you with some hope as well. That's all the good stuff. If you haven't subscribed to Bay of Fundy Fortunes yet, you're welcome to. Please do. You don't have to stay. You can leave anytime you like. This is not Hotel California. Wow. Anyway, Facebook. For those of you that don't hate it and you're not allergic to it, come and join us there. We have a group under Bay of Fundy Fortunes, FUNDY. We are closed, we are private, and we are a beautiful world that exists within there and is so supportive. There's no drama. It's not the type of group. It's just full of like-minded individuals like you and just like me. Thank heavens. We may be small in numbers, but we're mighty. Our whole world, I'm talking, not my group, but the whole world. We're small in numbers, but we're mighty. And we just know. We know what we're doing. We know what we want. And we become an active partner in bringing what we want to us. You need to know that you're an active partner in that. It's called manifestation and communicating with the universe. So if you want a private reading with me, look down below this video window in the description box or show more section, and read through that once. You see my email. It's the only one I have. I use it for everything. Ship me off an email. I get you taken care of. And I think that's about it. For anybody else, if you're looking for me and you don't find me here at this time of the year, you'll find me usually down below at the cove, on the beach, walking along the water's edge, bringing the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet, the beautiful, the bountiful, the bodacious, the Bay of Fundy. She's a force to be reckoned with. Remember that. All large bodies of water are, but she's something special. Anyways, I thank you all for being here. I'll be back in July. And I don't know if I'm looking forward to it. Speaking with the ladies, there's several of us all turning 60 in July, the big 6-0, and I don't know how to feel about it. There's nothing I can do about it. I know, but I'm still going to have a reaction. I'm still going to feel about it. I feel kind of good in a way. It feels like a good round number, the number 6, meaning harmony and balance. Let's hope for that, all of us that are turning 60. And I hope to see you all back in July, and I hope the last 2 weeks serve you well. Thank you so much for being here. Keep the peace in, so you share that love and that light out with the rest of the world. And please remember this and let it sink in. It could transform your life, your minute-by-minute daily life. You're living within and beneath the microscope of the universe. Every action, every thought, every deed, every word, every intention is being noted. Chew on that for a while. I'll see y'all back here in July. Goodbye. I've only come back in to read your comments, guys. That's all it is. The reading's done. So, just a minute. I need a drink. My coffee's gone cold. I think what I'll do is I'll heat it up. Oh, one more to go, Taurus. One more to go. So at this point, I'm just chilling out and I'm relaxing.